The fascia is made of fibrous connective tissue, permeates the entire body, right? Like a three-dimensional web. It includes the cells that are in between the different tissues in the body, the interstitial space, and all the matrix that is in between the cells, and all the tendons, and all the ligaments, and all the bursa, I mean the sacs that cover the joints. And it goes around all the muscles in the body. It also surrounds every organ of the body, including the brain. And even the cartilage and bone are part of the fascial tissues. They're all one thing, and they all connect and transmit information throughout our body. So it's a tremendous system for structure, for function, and for information transmission, and at the physical level, because then there's information transmitted through things that run in the blood, for example, hormones, and then neurotransmitters and so forth, or the nervous system. But the fascia is the way that the body talks to each other in the different parts physically. And in this image here, it's a really great image from a University of Osteopathy in France, because you can see the tissue that he's pointing at is the liver. All this is the liver, and the liver is covered. See, where if you touch that, it's like a membrane, like a sheath that covers the actual liver tissue. That's fascia. It's like a shiny layer that is around each organ. And then on top, there's the dome, that's the diaphragm. And again, also the muscle fibers surrounded by fascia. And between, you can see those lines of ropey lines, those are adhesions. And it's a very great way to take a look. They are also made of fascia tissue, but they are things that shouldn't be in the way, because it's the wrong manifestation of this covering structure. It's when it actually works against us and it interferes with movement and function. So adhesions are literally ropey materials that form between parts of the body, in this case the diaphragm muscle and the liver, and they interfere with the normal function and normal movement. And it's a really wonderful photo I wanted to show you guys. There's different fascias that we want to emphasize. The plantar fascia, very important, because it's how we connect to the earth, and information comes from the earth. We have all the psoas and piriformis fascia on the glutes, all the structure of the pelvis. Then we have the abdominal fascia and the axillary fascia with all it's a combination of our secrets and personal history, our immune response, and the occipital fascia, with how we transmit the tension and the stressors from our experience of life into our neck and head. The fascia, in the way we are learning, and we are very much in alignment with it in our program, Being Energy, is as a holder of our beliefs and our ideas of who we are. It is, we could say, the holder of our personal history. We have information and experiences directly stored in the fascia. And so how our belief system will show up in how we move and how we conduct ourselves. And the fascia is the medium for that. So we were always looking for ways to soften the fascia, increase fluidity and mobility in the fascia, so that information can be passed through and is not locked in. And whenever we have a negative experience, we usually create a form of contraction or tightening, and it can be lodged in the fascia. So the fascia can actually have an imprints of memories and experiences in our body. So we want to free the experience in the body, and many times we can access that directly by images. So if you are doing a pressure point in your fascia, or you're doing a movement, or you're doing a stretch, and then you allow an image to pop, an image to appear, and that is likely, if you're present in the moment rather than thinking about other things, that image is likely to be a representation of a memory that is locked in your fascia. And you can actually have a interaction with that image, and you can let the image transform, and in doing so, the fascia also will release some of the imprint that is stored.